All praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahawashai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
All right, Shalom, brothers and sisters in this truth. I'm your brother, Mr. LJ, coming to you again with another lesson. Lord willing, this will be edifying to those of you who are tuning in. And today we're going to go into the headlines, which is titled Rage, Contempt for U.S. Spreads to UK After Biden's Afghanistan Disaster, Salakia. I'm going to be looking at the book of Revelations and Jeremiah and see how the scriptures actually prophesy how this would come to pass, that America, aka Great Babylon, aka Wicked Queendom, aka Sodom and Egypt, is going to be hated by the nations of the earth because of all of her wickedness that she has transpired all across the globe. Okay, now let's go into the book of Revelation 17, starting with verse 16, and it says, "And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. For Yahweh by Shem Yahushai hath put it in their hearts to fulfill his will and to agree and give their kingdoms unto the beast until the words of Yahweh shall be fulfilled. And the woman which thou sawest is that great city which reigned over the kings of the earth." And those of you who've been following the elders and teachers and brothers of Great Millstone and all the other brothers out there that put out this truth daily understand that this great whore is America, okay? And the great city is talking about Babylon, America, okay? America, okay? Now, let's go into this headlines before I go into the book of Revelations. And this headline was very interesting. So if you're a person that have actually served in the armed forces, then this would make more sense to you even more, okay? So it says, rage, contempt for U.S. spread to UK after Biden's Afghanistan disaster. Now I'm going to bring it over here so that you can actually see this itself. Now take a look at this. It says, President Joe Biden's decision to withdraw forces from Afghanistan over the objections of other NATO allies have enraged officials in the United Kingdom, stoking distrust and contempt for American foreign policy leadership. Okay, now remember, all these nations always follow America. When they had the first Gulf War, there was 28 nations. When they had the second war in the one in Afghanistan, they call OIF, OIF for Iraq, and then OEF for Afghanistan. You had all these nations that are going there. Like I said before in the videos, I was over there, and I saw these other little bases inside the major bases that we were stationed on. Okay, so these nations trust into America. Now it says, now this is a harsh lesson for all of us, said senior British lawmaker Tom Tugendhat, who is chairman of the Foreign Affairs Committee in the House of Commons, told Parliament. We can set out a vision clearly articulated for invigorating our European NATO partners to make sure that we are not dependent on a single ally. So remember, they all depend on America. Why? Because America has, the biggest fleet, aircraft carriers, ships, Air Force is the largest in the world, okay? And it has a lot of money, okay? So these countries don't have the kind of resources that they put into their war machine or their military forces like the way America does, okay? Continuing on the decision of a single leader, but that we can work together with Japan and Australia, with France and Germany, with partners large and small, and make sure that we hold the line together. So you can see where they're looking and thinking of breaking off and not depending on America anymore to, go and do anything around the world. These countries are looking to trade with other countries, okay? And they have not been able to trade with these other countries because the bitch, America, the whore, has said is very jealous, okay? You go trade with these other countries, I don't trade with you. So they put embargoes, restrictions on all these other nations. And we can see it right here, just even to the personal people, us. They're putting restrictions on us just to do the simplest shit because they want you to take, that mandate juice that they have going out there. Continuing, those sentiments could reinforce France's desire to strategic autonomy from the United States. French and British foreign policy cooperation have been impeded by a criminous dispute over the UK's exit from the European Union, but those controversies seem to pale at the moment in comparison to self-described anger, grief, and rage over Biden's decision and his barely restrained contempt for the American president's justification for the chaotic exit. Now, I'm going to go to the juicy part of this right here. Okay. He says, to see the U.S. military's commander-in-chief call into question the courage of men, I fought with to claim that they ran, it's shameful. So obviously this guy had actually, strap on the boots, put the uniform on, and have actually, put his body, in harm's way and done what he's supposed to do. Unlike our last several presidents that we've had, not our president, but the United States have never served a day in the damn military. But you're the commander in chief sending people to go get killed over there. And you've seen this echo in all the newspaper where all these veterans are saying, man, did we lose our people for nothing? Okay, did they get their leg blown off for nothing? Their arms blown off? You know how many doggone young men right now, still in their 20s, have no legs, or in their 30s have no legs, no eyes? Just basically a stump sitting in a doggone wheelchair. I know many of them. Okay, continuing. Says a former Prime Minister, Army Intelligence Officer, and this guy was an Army Intelligence Officer who deployed to Afghanistan alongside U.S. forces. Those who have never fought for the colors they fly should be careful about criticizing those who have. And that is incredible, okay, that he would say that. Why? Because that is a mental state of a lot of people who have served in the military, is that you have a guy that's sitting down there that never eaten that shit that they serve you, have never lived uncomfortably, doesn't have a clue what it's like to be a damn soldier or a Marine or an Air Force person or a Navy seaman, but yet still have the power to send a person to their death, and have the nerve to actually talk shit about them. And that's what this guy's pointing out. Now, I'm going to go down a little bit further in the article for the time's sake here. And let's see here. Let's go right here. It goes, I think that what has happened shows that Europe needs to develop this famous strategic autonomy in order to be ready to face challenges that affect us eventually. European Union High Rep Josep Borrell, a former Spanish politician who now leads the bloc's diplomatic corps, told reporters on Tuesday. Okay, French President Emmanuel Macron has pinned for such independence from U.S. decision making, particularly during former President Donald Trump's tenure. That impulse met with opposition on the eastern flank of NATO, where political leaders regard the U.S. as the linchpin of security from Russia assault. So there's a reason why they stand with this whore is because they're afraid of Russia. Okay, so during the course of 20 years, they have adjusted our presence together, and earlier this year, all 30 allies agreed to the decision to end the mission. Lithuanian Foreign Affairs Minister spokesman told the Washington Examiner. As we face new geopolitical reality in Afghanistan, it's very important to maintain strong transatlantic unity and solidarity. Now, here's this key part. You need to look at this right here, because NATO, is the armed forces of the EU. Okay, they work in conjunction, yeah. But America, being as powerful as basically all of them combined together, okay, they require America to go on any type of mission or any type of control mission around this earth. NATO Secretary General Jens Stoltenberg has scheduled an emergency meeting of the Transatlantic Alliance top diplomatics for this Friday. It'll take some days and weeks to settle the emotion, a Central European official told the Washington Examiner. So now you can see here, when you take a look at all of these headlines here, was it worth it? Nation that sent troops to Afghanistan, grapple Kabul's fall, and I will put these inside the description here, as you can see here, that people, these nations are now questioning the fact that participation working with the whore. Now let's go into the book of Jeremiah 50, verse 25, and it's Salakia, Jeremiah 50, starting with verse 23, and it says, how is a hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? How is Babylon become a desolation among the nations? I have laid a snare for thee, and thou art also taken, O Babylon, and thou was not aware. Thou art found and also caught, because thou hast striven against the Lord, Yahawashi. The Lord had opened his armoury and had brought forth the weapons of his indignation. For this is the work of the Lord, our power of hosts in the land of the Chaldeans. Come against her from the utmost border, open her storehouse, cast her upon us heaps, and destroy her utterly. Let nothing of her be left. Okay, And as we can see here right now, these nations are getting ready to bring out what is known in Revelations, what we know in Revelations 17 and 16, and the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. Why? They're going to hate her. They're going to hate her because they could have been prospering with these other nations, but they've listened to this whore for all these years and not trading with Russia, not trading with China, not trading with Cuba and the African nations. You know, they went out there and they killed Gaddafi because Gaddafi wanted to expand, you know, the African Union. He wanted to build an African Union, which everybody could have benefited, but not America. Okay, the brother Yahweh the Maccabees 144 put out a video today that shows clips of them having the goals, and I remember that, you know, when they were showing that they would sit the service members sitting on top of stacks of goals. Okay, we now know that there's poppy. There's talk about right now that there's $1 to $3 trillion worth of, you know, minerals, you know, including platinum, gold, silver, not to mention the poppy out there that produces I think it's heroin or cocaine, you know, that, you know, China wants to get their hands on. So Afghanistan was a very important place that everybody wanted to get into. Thousands of lives lost. These nations are now questioning, like, what the hell happened here? Okay, was this all for nothing? And how is it that they did not see this? Okay, but as we all know, Yahweh Shemashah is making these people stupid. Okay, he's making us smarter. Those of us who are in this truth, we are seeing the fall of our enemy. Okay, and we don't raise no sword. All we have is the scriptures. Okay, but we are seeing the fall of our enemy in front of our eyes daily, and this should make you happy. It makes me very, very happy. Okay, and I could hear the glee and the joy in the voice of the prophets and the brothers out there that are putting out this truth, and seeing the comments on the comment board with the brothers and the sisters, including myself. I make comments on other brothers' videos, you know, and we're very happy. This is coming to pass. It's real. It's the truth. Okay, we have faith in a real power, and that's Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahawashi. Okay, so I just wanted to bring out this quick here. I know some of the other brothers did talk about this, but I wanted to bring this out because it's part of, you know, edifying the sheeps out there. You know, brother might bring out 80%, the other brother bring out 1%, 2%. 10%, 50%, and we get the 100% true. You know, and that's how it works here. Okay, so with that, I'd like to give all glory and honor to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahawashi Ba'Shem Rakal Kadash. I'd like to give thanks and salutation to the great millstone brothers, prophets, and teachers and elders out who are putting this truth out daily, and to you brothers out there that are putting out this truth to the sheeps, and to you brothers and sisters that are tuning in. Shalom.